enough. You've been lied to, walked over, disrespected, and doubted for years, and it stops right king now. From this day forward, nobody and nothing will ever hurt you again. Why? Because you're about to wake the hell up. Pain made you cautious. Betrayal made you silent. But today that ends. You're not here to play small or live in fear. You're here to dominate. This is your wake-up call. Steal your mind, bulletproof your heart, and reclaim your power. This isn't about revenge. It's about never being weak again, ever. You think your pain defines you? Hell no. What defines you is what you do with it. Pain is inevitable, but staying broken, that's a damn choice. The world doesn't care about your sob story. Life doesn't hand out gold stars for surviving. It rewards the people who take the hit, spit the blood out, and keep walking. You were lied to, cheated on, abandoned, underestimated. Good. That means you've been tested. That means life gave you the raw materials to build a monster. Stop running from it. Stop pretending it didn't happen. Stop numbing it with distractions, with vices, with weak-ass excuses. Face it, all of it. The dark corners, the ugly truth, the pain you don't talk about. Drag it into the light and own it. Because when you own it, no one can use it against you. That's the secret. They only have power over you when you hide, when you try to bury your past like it never existed. But you're not here to bury it. You're here to weaponize it. Every betrayal, that's fuel. Every time they said you'd fail, add it to the fire. Every sleepless night, every panic attack, every fucking breakdown, that's your edge now. That's your grit. That's what separates you from the snowflakes and the quitters. That's what turns you into someone the world has no choice but to respect. You think Dan Peña got here by crying about his childhood? By licking his wounds? No, he took the pain and he executed. And that's what you need to do. No more therapy sessions with yourself about why life's unfair. You already know it's unfair. So what? The world's not built for fairness. It's built for the ruthless, the bold, and the disciplined. You don't need more time. You need more fire. You need to make a decision. Either you stay chained to your past like a prisoner, or you put it on your back like a goddamn war pack and charge forward.
And let me be clear.
Owning your past doesn't mean playing it on repeat. It means confronting it, extracting the lesson, and turning it into power. You get one life, one chance to build something so unshakable, so undeniable, that even your pain has to sit down and shut the hell up. You want peace, you want confidence, you want to be untouchable? Then stop apologizing for what made you. Start using it. Start acting like every scar was a badge of honor, not a mark of shame. This world doesn't respect the broken. It respects those who rebuild themselves with blood, sweat, and iron will. So if you're breathing, if your heart's still pumping, then get the hell up and move like a fucking freight train. Because your pain isn't your end, it's your beginning. Own your past or be owned by it. The choice is yours. People treat you like crap because you allow them to. The moment you start tolerating disrespect, betrayal, or mediocrity in your life, you're telling the world it's okay to do it again. But guess what? It's not okay. You don't get what you want. You get what you tolerate. And if you're tolerating nonsense, that's exactly what you're going to keep getting. The truth is, your standards set the tone for the way the world treats you. If you walk around like you're disposable, people will treat you like you're disposable. If you let people lie to you, manipulate you, or take advantage of you, they will continue to do so. They will push you as far as you let them because they know you're weak enough to accept it. It's time to change that narrative. Starting today, you need to draw the damn line. Set your boundaries so hard and clear that nobody, not a single person, can cross them without consequences. No one has permission to waste your time. No one has permission to discredit you. No one has permission to treat you less than you deserve. And that includes you. If you tolerate disrespect from others, it's because you haven't yet learned to respect yourself. The real question is, do you have enough self-respect to demand more from the people around you? You want better results in your career? You want people to treat you with the respect you deserve? You want your dreams to become a reality? Then it's time to stop accepting the scraps. Stop tolerating the dead weight, the toxic relationships, the negativity. Clean house. The moment you set these standards, the moment you say, I will not tolerate this crap anymore, the game changes. People will test you, life will test you, the universe will test you. They'll throw every obstacle, every excuse, and every barrier in your path to see if you're serious about these standards you've set. And that's where most people fail. They break, they bend, they give in. They tolerate just a little bit of crap because it's easier. Or they don't want to cause a scene. Okay, that. You're not here to play nice. You're here to win, period. When you start demanding more of yourself and others, you'll start attracting better things. Opportunities will align. People who respect you and your boundaries will come into your life. And the people who were only there to drain you, exploit you, or waste your time will fall away. But here's the thing. Those people are a blessing in disguise. Every time someone leaves, every time someone walks away because you've raised your standards, that's a win. So you're clearing space for the real ones to come in. The ones who will lift you up, the ones who will support your vision, the ones who will push you to be better. But your standards are the foundation of your success. They are non-negotiable. They determine who gets access to your time, your energy, and your resources. So stop wasting your life tolerating people, situations, and habits that don't serve your mission. Draw the line. Make it clear. 0 respect for the bullshit, then 0 access to your life. The moment you take control of your standard, you take control of your destiny. And once you do that, you'll realize you're no longer a victim to anyone's opinion or actions. You become the one who dictates the terms. It's your world now, and everyone else has to either step up or step out. So ask yourself today, what are you tolerating? It's holding you back from greatness. Draw that line, set those standards, and never look back. Stop looking for approval. Stop waiting for permission to rise. You've been playing it small for too long, seeking validation from people who barely have their own lives together. Why are you asking for validation from people who can't even control their own circumstances? Why are you seeking their approval when they're barely managing to keep their heads above water? You're not here to please anyone. You're here to break barriers, to build something unstoppable, and to show the world who you truly are. The minute you seek approval from the weak, you've already lost the game. Their opinion doesn't matter. They can't give you the strength or mindset you need to become great. Only you can do that. The truth is, approval is a crutch. It's a security blanket for the weak. It's a temporary fix that makes you feel comfortable, like a warm hug on a cold day. But comfort is the enemy of growth. If you're constantly seeking external validation, you're relying on something outside of yourself to define your worth. That's not how winners think. Winners look inside, they check their own standards, and they measure their success against their own expectations. They create their own rules, and they follow them relentlessly, regardless of what others think. You can't build an empire on the opinions of people who don't even have the discipline to wake up on time, who spend their days gossiping and complaining instead of executing. You want to be great? You need to stop caring what others think and start caring about what you think. You need to become the version of yourself that doesn't flinch when the world throws punches, because the world will. And it won't care how you feel about it. You think it's going to stop just because you're waiting for a pat on the back? It's not. It's going to keep coming harder and faster. So let me be clear. Stop licking boots. Stop asking for approval from people who don't have the strength to keep their own life in check. You can't afford to be distracted by their judgment. The only opinion that matters is yours. If you're waiting for permission from someone else to take the next step in your life, you've already lost. You're not going to win by relying on the opinions of others. You're going to win by executing, by following through, by doing the things that scare you, and by consistently pushing yourself to be better. If you want success, you need discipline. Discipline is what separates the winners from the whiners. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, no matter how you feel in the moment. It's about consistency. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't want to. And that's the real key to success. Execution. Start executing now. Stop waiting for permission to go after your dreams. If you've got a vision, go after it with everything you've got. Forget about what others think. Forget about their approval. They don't have the power to define your success. You do. Every minute you spend chasing their approval is a minute you've wasted. The only validation you need is from the person staring back at you in the mirror. That's the only person you should be trying to impress. So what are you going to do now? Sit around waiting for a sign? Or take control and start becoming the person you were always meant to be? The decision is yours. And if you make the right choice, you'll never need anyone's approval again. Because when you've got that kind of confidence, that kind of fire, nobody can touch you. You become unstoppable. Emotions are often seen as something to be avoided, controlled, or hidden away, but the truth is far from that. Emotions are not your enemy. They are powerful tools waiting to be wielded. When you understand how to harness them, they become the fuel that drives you to greatness. You cannot afford to let your emotions rule you. They're a part of you, but they are not the ones in charge. You are. The weak let emotions control their every move. They let their anger cloud their judgment. Their fear hold them back, and their sadness keep them trapped in the past. They allow themselves to be slaves to their feelings, letting every wave of emotion dictate how they show up in the world. They let themselves be derailed, momentarily caught in the tornado of their thoughts and feelings. But a warrior, a true leader of their life, they recognize emotion for what it is, an energy that can either empower or destroy. They choose to channel it, direct it, and use it as a driving force to move them forward. Anger, most people think of it as a weakness. They see it as something to repress or avoid. But anger, when controlled and directed, can be an absolute superpower. It's an intense emotion, and when harnessed properly, it can become the fuel that propels you to act. Anger isn't about blowing up or letting rage take the wheel. No, that's a sign of weakness, of someone who can't control themselves. Instead, it's about taking that raw energy and turning it into something constructive. Anger can be the catalyst for change, the fire under your feet that forces you to take action and push through obstacles. Instead of letting anger consume you, you take it, mold it, and use it as a sharp weapon to cut through the noise and rise to the next level. Sadness, on the other hand, is often seen as a sign of weakness, something that makes us fragile, something that should be avoided at all costs. But sadness has its place too. It's an emotion that connects you to your deepest truths, a signal that something is wrong and needs to change. When you acknowledge sadness for what it is and stop running from it, you can use it to fuel your resilience. It's through those moments of sadness that your inner strength is tested. When you rise from sadness, when you face it head on, you become unbreakable. Every tear, every moment of heartache adds layers to your resolve. The world doesn't expect you to stay down. It expects you to get up, stronger than ever before. You're not here to suppress your emotions and pretend they don't exist. That's a recipe for disaster. Suppression only builds pressure until it explodes. No. What you need to do is take control. Be the one who directs your emotions. Instead of letting fear stop you, use it to fuel your courage. Instead of letting sorrow weigh you down, use it as a reminder of the power that lies in overcoming hardship. You are not a prisoner of your feelings, you are the master of them. When you master your emotions, you stop reacting to the world. You start responding with intention. Life no longer happens to you, it happens for you. Every emotion you feel becomes a stepping stone towards your greatness. Whether it's anger, sadness, joy, or fear, they all serve a purpose in your growth. And when you realize this, you can finally begin to walk through life with a sense of power and direction. You become unstoppable. Your mind is the most powerful asset you possess. It's your command center, your heart, your soul. It determines everything. The way you think shapes the reality you experience. Yet most people treat their minds like an open door, inviting anyone and anything to step in and mess it up. It's time to shut that door tight. You're not here to be a victim of every negative influence or weak thought that comes your way. You're here to take control, to dominate, and to protect what matters most. Think about it. Every moment you let negativity in, every person who sows doubt, every piece of social media content that fills your head with bullshit, it weakens you. These are like poison pouring into your bloodstream, slowly destroying your resolve. And the worst part, most people let this happen on autopilot. They scroll, they absorb, they react, and they wonder why they're exhausted or anxious. They allow their minds to be polluted without realizing it. But you're not that person anymore. Your mind is a fortress, and you're the king or queen inside it. You get to decide who and what gets access. You get to decide which thoughts get to live rent-free in your head. So stop letting weak, uninspiring, and toxic influences take up space. You're not obligated to consume everything that's thrown at you. In fact, most of it is garbage. Social media, it's a distraction and a battlefield for your attention. Toxic people, they're emotional vampires who will suck the life out of you if you let them. Weak thoughts, they'll make you feel less than you are, pushing you further away from your goals and your true potential. It's time to build the walls higher and start protecting your mental space. You have the power to control what you see, hear, and absorb. You have the power to block out the noise that doesn't serve you. When you guard your mind, you're not just keeping out the bad, you're making room for the good. You're creating space for inspiration, clarity, and the things that push you forward. You're opening the doors only to the things that will help you grow and thrive. Training your mind is no different from training your body. Just as you wouldn't expect to get fit without putting in the work at the gym, you can't expect your mind to be strong and resilient without constant exercise. You need to feed it the right fuel. Books, podcasts, conversations, experiences that expand your thinking and elevate your mindset. You need to surround yourself with people who challenge you, who push you, who hold you to higher standards. If you're constantly letting in the wrong influences, you're gonna feel drained, discouraged, and stuck in a cycle of negativity. But when you protect your mind, when you build a fortress around it, you become unstoppable. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to strengthen yourself. Every setback becomes a lesson that fuels your future success. The people who bring nothing to the table, you cut them off without hesitation. The toxic thoughts that hold you back, you shut them down before they have a chance to take root. Your mind is your temple, your most valuable resource. Treat it like the sacred space it is. Guard it fiercely, protect it relentlessly, and feed it only what will help you rise. Start today. Shut the gates to the negativity, the doubt, the distractions. Build that fortress and watch as your life changes. When you protect your mind, nothing and no one can touch you. You become invincible. And that's the mindset you need to build the empire you're destined to create. Let this be your final turning point. From today on, you're not breakable, You're not emotional baggage. You're not the scared version of your past. You are a force. Say, nobody and nothing will ever hurt me again, because I become the kind of person who can't be broken. Now go fucking prove it.